Pause. Alright, what did we just witness? Time's up! It was music! Truly the most universal language. You don't need to understand the lyrics in order to know what the composer is saying. It's all done with sound waves. One guy makes a banger and suddenly the entire world loves him. That's just the kind of effect that music can have on people. No matter your personality, it's almost guaranteed that there's a genre of music tailored to you. But why stop at one? You can enjoy all sorts of genres, whether it be rock, pop, rap, classical, heavy metal, techno, jazz, video game OSTs. Okay, let's take a step back. If there's one genre that'll get you a weird glare for saying you like, it's video game music. And I don't blame them. You ask the average OST listener for a recommendation, and they show you something that sounds like it came from a butthole. While music in games can be listened to on their own, they're really meant to be heard while playing the game they come from. They're built around complementing the game and its themes. Take Super Mario Bros. For example. You start the game and immediately you know the tone. It's cheery and fun. What's that? Oh, that's just a poop. But now remove the music, and what do you get? It's eerie. Dare I say, a little bit scary. Removing the music turns this from World 1-1 to World 1-1. Am I reaching? A little bit. But my point still stands. You take a game, remove its music, and now I don't know what to feel. It's such an important tool for any piece of media. It's impressive how powerful music can be when shaping the tone of a scene. Good music can be anything. It can be atmospheric, giving your ears a nice gentle kiss. Or it can be something more in your face and loud. Both help at immersing you into the world of the game. One game series I think does atmospheric music really well is the Pikmin games have always been very focused on the more wild side of things, so the jungle influence is very apparent in the music. You can hear the birds chirping, and the bugs doing bug things. It adds to your immersion, and then once you head up for the night, it's calm, peaceful. You can almost feel the weightlessness of space as you listen to the sound of stars shooting by. The day is over. Now you can relax and go to sleep. Wake up! Another series to do this really well would be the Donkey Kong Country games. Okay. The powerful drum beat mixed in with the sounds of crickets and forest life makes me feel like I'm right alongside the big guy himself. Donkey Kong Country was also probably one of the first games to do water levels right, and one of the most iconic parts of those levels is the absolutely beautiful score that plays alongside the levels. The music speaks to you. It's almost like it's saying, let yourself become immersed into the game. Feel the water on your skin as you swim between coral reefs. Feel the excitement of finding a swordfish in a barrel. Feel the need to collect bananas. Become Donkey Kong. Now we can talk all day about how atmospheric, beautiful, soft music can be, but there's another category that also falls under the realm of atmospheric. Just kinda snuck its way in there. We still need to look at Loud and Proud! And what better example than Sonic Adventure? This game is the definitive example of in-your-face and loud. That becomes extremely clear mere seconds after starting the game. Do you see what I mean now? Each character in Sonic Adventure has a corresponding song to go with them. Sonic's is cool rock and roll, Knuckles is funky rap, Tails is Christian rock. They've all got their own unique theming, and I really appreciate how most of the songs are different genres from each other. Does this help immerse you? I don't know, but it helps you learn what the characters are all about with just a 3-minute song. You know their morals, what they're fighting for, perhaps the religion they practice, and in that way, I feel immersed. I feel like I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. But if there's one thing that they all share in common, it's that they're too damn loud! Sometimes the music ends up so memorable and catchy that it becomes the official theme of the series it originated from. What's this from? You guessed it, Super Mario Bros. Now what's this one from? Correct! It's Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, what's this one from? That's right, it's Piglet's Big Game. In a few cases, the theme for the game is why anybody knows about it in the first place. Tell me one thing about Buck Bumble besides the theme song. Yeah. That's what I thought. Everything I've shown you so far has been really good. So why is video game music seen as something embarrassing to listen to? Unfortunately, the majority of music composed for games sounds like it was made in GarageBand. which is very unfortunate, especially for games where they try to make you feel a certain way. I'm supposed to be feeling like a pirate right now, but instead I feel like a baby with these little pirate toots blaring over everything else. When it comes to video game music, it feels like it's either the best thing you've ever heard in your entire life, or it's so terrible that you'll never see the video game genre as an art form ever again. And also there's no in between. For every astral observatory, there's a lavender town to give Japanese children seizures. And that's just the way the business goes. Unfortunately, there's no way to stop bad music from being created for your game. Oh wait, there is. It's called not hiring people who actually do not know how to compose music to make the score for your game. Near the turn of the century, graphics and computing power would drastically improve, allowing for games to go from simple 2D side-scrollers to wide-open, complex 3D platformers. With such an advancement in technology, it allowed for game designers to tell much more cinematic stories, like Ocarina of Time, Final Fantasy VII, and Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. And so with the quality of graphics and plot improving, it only makes sense that the audio would as well. Now composers could do much more than beeps and boops. Now, they could add vocals.
Everybody supersonic racing, trying to keep your beep.
And thus, the lyrical revolution was born. Except not a lot of games use them. Which is in part why when a game did have lyrics in its music, it felt all the more unique and special. It pushed the boundaries between real music and video game music. Should Snake Eater really be put in the same category as E.T.? Now video game music started to sound much more like regular music, something not to be embarrassed for listening to. The quality of the arrangements improved. Real orchestras were being put together to compose music for a video game. Old songs were remastered with real instruments, improving the sound and quality exponentially. And this isn't to say that bit-crushed music doesn't have a place in modern times. It absolutely does. Games like Undertale and, Deltarune proved that you can still make bit-crushed music that sounds really good. But for songs that were obviously made with a much grander tone in mind, it allowed them to finally reach the heights that they always wanted to be. Now before I wrap up this video, there's still one more category we need to cover. Rhythm games are made with the goal of making you think, even for just a second, that hey, maybe you've got a shot at being a musician too. And then they destroy you 4 seconds later.
Oh my god!
Now, a large majority of these games use licensed music, so they're invalid. Parappa the Rapper is a good example of a game that is valid. The music is memorable and catchy. You can sing along to this if you wanted to. But most importantly, it's original. Over the years, rhythm games have become an incredibly popular genre, to the point that many pre-existing franchises opted on the trend as well. Persona, Kingdom Hearts, that one level in Bayonetta 3, and oh come on, how could you not know this little guy would sneak his way in as well? All of these games take their little baby songs and turn them into something you can blast in the car. At the end of the day, it all comes down to your preference. The blank is not real music debate has been around for way longer than we think. But the correct answer is that there is no such thing as real music. All of it is just music. Now, does that mean you should run around the town parading Friday Night Funkin' is real music?
No!